Hi Virgo, this is Kala. Welcome to your 2026 reading. We're doing a Celtic Cross here today. I hope that it benefits you in some way. Virgo 2026, please. The center of your reading is all about you going back into your heart space once again and reclaiming what love is for you after you've been through what you've been through. This is a healing energy. You're no longer wishing to have a life of sorrow. You're wishing to have a life of hugs and love. And there you are. The challenge is to find the right person to offer it to be the offering, the love offering. The Page of Cups. Having the crushes can be a challenge. At your foundation, you're a relationship person. You want someone close to you. That is your wish and your reality that you are going to create in 2026 if you haven't already. You're going to find someone to love in a steady way. The Two of Cups is a very steady love. It's about the day-to-day, I would say. You're done being the fool. That's the recent past. You're no longer willing to just throw yourself at anyone or anything. You've learned your lesson. And you're ready to settle down and not take so many risks. You've outdone yourself in the past. You don't want to be single. That's your overarching energy that crowns you. It's like you don't want to be the bachelor or bachelorette of the year. That's single lifestyle for you is not for you. You're like, no thank you, I want to be in a loving, committed relationship. I don't want to be out there floating around in the flitsome and jetsam anymore. In the near future, we have the King of Swords in reverse. This is a bit of nastiness, I would say. You're not being true. You can't tell the truth. You don't know how to tell the truth. I'm going to put a pin in that one. Think about it for a while. We have the Three of Cups in your inner energy. Some Virgo is pretending that they are single when they're not single. They're not being truthful. They have a third party. Some Virgo. Other Virgo, they just need to be around people and socialize right now, being a social butterfly. The external energy is again clarity. A lot of people are getting this for this year. Everyone's very clear with you. Nobody's putting you on. What you see is what you get. There's no more illusion. If you lie, you're lying to yourself. You don't want to be the one in charge. That's your hope and fear, the Emperor. I'm just noticing this. You have the little Empress and the big Emperor both in reverse. This is about standing out and being the righteous one, kind of like the boss. You don't want to be the boss anymore. You don't want to be the one in charge. There's temperance here. It's in reverse. What I have to say is, this is mixed message city. Okay? You tell yourself one thing and then it's another. You want this, but then you also want that. People are very clear with you, but you are not stepping up, and you're going overboard with something still. When you said you were done being the fool, you were lying to yourself, and you're still kind of pushing the limit past what it should be. You're going past all common sense on something. So when I look at this, I'm just kind of like, how are you healing yourself? It's very intuitive, and it looks very strange, because you're kind of wiffle-waffling all over the place. And your heart, you're trying to protect your heart, but you're like doing it in a weird way. That's all I'm going to say. And other people are going to tell you, hey, what are you doing? What's going on here? They're going to be a little confused with what you're doing. So you're in an adjustment period that you want to be close, but you also want to have everything. And that's a mixed message. But whatever you're doing, you feel like you're doing it to heal yourself. And this is a phase that you're going through, but it's just not balanced. That's very clear. And that's all I have to say about this mixed message reading. I hope that it was helpful in something. Thank you and namaste. Hi Virgo, welcome to the Cosmic Wave Read for 2026. We're just surfing the energy here. Hang 10 for Virgo. Let's get your cards for this first wave, which is January, February, and March for Virgo. Third card. And fourth card for Virgo. All right. Virgo, it says a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Does somebody hone in on your territory? Is there a competition or a fight going on? Is there a challenge? I just see, like, use your brain. Get in there and answer back, maybe. Do you want to win? Are you in it to win it? Candle, illumination. For some of you, don't use a candle at your house. For others of you, it's like you are spiritually expanding through the power of getting your inner light just right. Time for a love fest. How romantic with candles. Actually, everyone is reasonable. They just have their own reasons, and usually it's worth trying to learn what they are, to maximize chances of a full-blown 60s style psychedelic love fest, which is always a good thing, groovy you. Well, that's expanding something inside of your head, isn't it? Lightness. See, light, light, light. The light inside of your head is getting turned up. May the light lift you to the surface. This is a bit of everything. And I don't want to be suggestible here. So meditate on what these particular phrases might be for you. But you're going to have an excellent experience, most likely. Second wave for Virgo. It says conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. And I said be conscious of your conclusions. There's a barrier here. This is very reminiscent of Nine of Wands, like you want the ending so badly. The book of nesting. That's probably not what it says. Destiny. And I saw nesting. Wow. Wow. Knowledge. This is like an incubation period for you. You might be nesting with someone who is your destiny. Love is never in vain. When you finally see what this whole time-space thing is all about, you know, you're going to have a lot of different reactions. But you will be happy you loved. I think so. And reflect. May you discern and distill. How very alchemical. You are in a love nest, and someone is constantly within your reach, and you're reflecting about how great of a destiny this really is with someone. You're being doted upon, or you're doting upon someone else, probably a little bit of each. Just feels like you got opened up, and now you're enjoying whatever it is you opened. Third wave, July, August, and September for Virgo. Passion is ablazing. Heat. It says emotions are running high. Supermoon. That kind of explains itself. Thunder and lightning power. Sometimes the best way to remain sane is to love like crazy works for me, the universe. You're in the middle of some really powerful love affair here. Bliss. May you feel deeply and transcend. My goodness, if you manifested a love affair, it's rocking your world. If not, it's like your creativity is like opened up and you are like totally enjoying your process. Whatever you are putting through you, like the energy running through you, is like something you've never had before, and it's going to create something that is your destiny, especially if it's a book. Fourth wave Why are these all upside down? Get right side up. Do some inversions. Like if you have too much moon energy, you need to go upside down for a while. Ground that energy. The sun energy, you need to stand up and ground the energy. Did you know that? Well, this fourth wave is October, November, and December. It says it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. There's again the Aries. The Aries is like ramming forward into new territory, initiating. It's like mental processes, like just going for it, just getting it down. I just feel like spells and alchemy, things are not as they appear. The lower the price of your love, the higher its value. Brain freeze. The universe allow. May you soften into what is. So here you're trying to like brute force it to stay at some higher level. You know that there are cycles to things. You have to respect the ebb and flow of the energies. So if you try too hard, it's like a writer block. You have to make sure that you stay open and allow instead. So I'm sure that you know how to deal with this. But for a spell, just try to breathe. Just try to be. Just try to allow. This is a more feminine, receptive state. And although you feel like it's time for action, if it's not in the flow, then just stay and be for a while. Don't try to force it. I think that's what I'm seeing here in this fourth wave. You've had a very intense buildup of energies. So allow yourself to love and breathe for a spell. And you'll know when it's time to get back up there in the intensities. Far out, man. Thank you, and namaste. Hi, Virgo. This is Scala. Welcome to your yearly luminary reading. Because you are worth the sun, the moon, and the stars. So let it shine in 2026. First card, the sun. I pay attention to my daydreams. Second card, the moon. New starts. And third card, the stars. It says, truth seeker, strengthen your intuitive senses and lift the veil from your mind's eye for a clearer connection to source. Perhaps you felt caught up in illusion for a long time now. But you're putting that to rest. And you're standing up with a certain soft fierceness. Let the breeze cleanse your aura and learn to heal. Your hands hold great power, and your emotional body will feel. You will start to ease into connection with those who will bring you higher power. And with that comes responsibility. So don't nod off or make any type of tower. Every tower this year will be a self-tower, guided and directed by you. It's because you have been bored and now you're sparkling through and through. So keep on keeping on, Virgo, because that's how you roll. Thank you and namaste. Hi, Virgo. Welcome to the Encouraging Wishes Yearly Read. This is Kala, having a mini boost and blessing for 2026. First, the overall energy for Virgo. I have a positive attitude. Second, the boost card. I'm grateful to call you a friend. And finally, the blessing, patience. There's someone who has gotten on your last nerve. It may be one or two people, okay? And you might think to yourself, I know this is what I don't deserve. So you're going to decide on the inside to do a curve and swerve, and you're going to start talking your own self up. You're the best. You're your own best friend. You know how to do things. You know how to do them well. You can fill in the blanks about everything else you are spectacular about. Now, I don't want to turn you into a Stuart Smalling, but what I do have to say is you're bright and cheery because you know somebody who makes you smile, and they smile back at you too. So have patience with developing this in 2026 because it's going to be worth it. Let them be your friend, you be a friend, and see how positivity and patience can make every amends. Have a spectacular year, Virgo. Thank you and namaste.